Hi and welcome to another episode of the Vox Couch. Today I am very proud to be interviewing Rients. One of our teachers has been with us for 3 years. How you doing today, Rients?
Great, excellent.
Great to have you along here, mate. Let's get stuck straight into it. Just tell us a little bit about your artistic self, just a brief run through of what has brought you to this point in your life artistically. So give us a run through from when you were a young fella all the way up to the current point.
Okay, well, I started at 14, so I joined the school band and playing bass then, and then I joined other bands.
How old are you?
Friends.
How old are you now? Your mid-30s? Can we give that away?
37 years of age.
37?
Yes.
See, you're well preserved.
Stop. So yeah.
So you've got a lot of experience anyway. Sorry to interrupt there. Keep going.
No, that's cool. What I was going to say, I've just been in bands since I was 16 years of age, with friends, and playing in lots of different types of bands. I'm a multi-instrumentalist, so I play bass, drums, guitar, and I played all those things in bands.
And you also produce?
I dabble in a little bit of sound production, demos, and any pre-production that we do. So yeah, I also sing. Yeah. And
you've got a little recording studio. I know I've done some stuff in there as well too. So Rients has a little recording studio as well too.
Yeah, yes.
I want to plug that for you there, Rients.
Yeah.
Artistically, I know you've been very, very busy over the last couple of years with your band Renelophus.
Yeah, the Silent P.
Silent P.
That's it, yeah.
And you've had some lineup changes. What's in the pipe works for Renelophus?
Okay, so we're going to continue doing our own gigs that we've been setting up, which we've been doing. Otherwise, we're writing together now, whereas at the start it was just me, mostly just me writing all the parts. Now we're going to come together and collaborate, so that's really exciting about that. We're kind of like a party band, like a bit mishmash sort of styles. So yeah, we're going to keep doing that. We've produced a couple of videos actually in the last year, so go check them out on Facebook.
And on YouTube.
And on YouTube, of course, yeah. So we're going to do some more of that.
Excellent.
Also, we've got professional recording coming up this year.
So is that an EP or an album that's going to be released?
EP.
EP?
Look, we want to just mainly pour all our effort into a small amount, and because
Excellent.
Do as best we can for that small amount of thing.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Just some more. We'll go to some personal questions here. Candid personal questions. If you won $20 million, what would you do, and how would this change your life?
Big time.
It's a lot of money.
Yes, I would. I'd build a castle actually.
A castle.
A castle with an underground studio, and the roof would be a glass bottom pool.
Wow.
So I'd be underneath there looking up.
Wow.
And I would pimp out the studio, of course.
I would have the best producers working out of there for you.
Of course, yeah, coming over. Otherwise, buying properties wherever I like, setting up share houses maybe. And I'd like to probably go into kangaroo farming.
Wow. So you wouldn't just fully retire? You'd still...
Nah, no way.
Here we go.
Yeah, no, and we're making music heaps.
Fantastic. And you'd still be teaching lessons online as well too?
Yeah, they'd be a bit more expensive.
Mate, if you had one year to live, what would you do?
If I had 1 year to live, I would work my butt off. I would do my best to supply money for my family.
Wow.
Honestly, yes.
Fantastic. If you had 1 week to live?
If I had 1 week to live, I would... actually, I'm a registered nurse, so I work in aged care as well, so I've thought a lot about that sort of thing, and a big thing is cleaning up stuff for the family. I don't want to leave much stuff for the family to clean up. Like personal belongings, all that sort of thing, business stuff. So I work to do that. Also, I set up a big gig, a big, huge kick butt gig.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, excellent, fantastic. Your favourite singer, Rients, and why?
Probably Michael Jackson. Just consistently a huge thing through my earlier life.
Yeah.
Probably the first artist I really got into as a kid, and
Also the Jackson 5 as well too, or just
Oh.
Michael Jackson?
no. Watching the Jackson 5 brings tears to my eyes. You know, it's really seeing him doing so well, so young is just amazing. Just and not that he's even not because he's so young. He's just so good.
He was good.
Mm.
They were all driven pretty hard as well too. I'm not quite sure whether they had the normal upbringing, but
No, they definitely didn't.
But he's absolutely amazing. Pop icon will always go down as one of the legends of music, definitely. Your favourite song, Rients?
Okay, I think I would have to say what song I've played the most probably, and I reckon that would be Regulator by Warren G and Nate Dogg.
Wow!
Yeah, it's just the G-funk, it's smooth, and it's Nate Dogg's definitely got such a smooth voice, he's awesome.
Wow, fantastic. Favourite album that you would take on a deserted island? You're going to have one album to take away, what would it be?
I'd have to say Blood Sugar Sex Magic by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, yeah.
It's a great album.
It is, it's so diverse, I love funk, I love rap, I love punk, I love rock, it's all in there, there's ballads in there, and I'm very much into bass-driven music, so, yeah, and the songwriting by John Frusciante, I just really love that, so I think it's a great album.
I was blessed to see them on the Lollapalooza tour in the United States in 1990. I think it was 1991 or 2. I don't know, but they were headlining the Lollapalooza tour.
Is that the one where they were wearing big globes on their heads?
Do you want me to be honest with you? I was so blown away by Pearl Jam, because Pearl Jam actually were touring for their first album then.
Yeah.
It was Pearl Jam and then Soundgarden. Or after them, and then they actually had a set in between, which is a Temple of the Dog set, which I think will never be done again. And I was so blown away by that. And then Ministry came out after Soundgarden, and I was all out of gas by that time.
Yeah.
And then the Red Hot Chili Peppers were on after that, and that was a big day. Yes.
Sounds awesome.
But yeah, the Red Hot Chili Peppers were very good, and it's a fantastic, my favourite Red Hot Chili Peppers album as well too. Your favourite song that you enjoy singing the most, Rients?
At the moment, I'd have to say Raspberry Putin, Renelophus song. Yeah.
Great plug, Rients.
Well, like I just love it. The harmonies are great. I'm singing it lately with Ebony King, who's got such a beautiful, smooth voice, and
is there a video made for this song?
that's the one I'm hoping to do this year. I'm planning to do this year, so yeah. So we're going to go into that one next.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Look out for that. That song will definitely be plugging it on the on all our social media sites. So look out for it.
Shucks.
Okay. The most memorable show or performance that you have witnessed that may have even changed the way that you look at music or the way that you perform?
Look, it was Regurgitator, I think, it was probably 99.
Stuff better than the new stuff.
Yeah, it was before that though. It was the on the 2 playing. It was 2 playing most of that stuff.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So early Regurgitator.
Yeah, and it was a really good show. They're amazing. And then my friend Ben and I snuck backstage and got to meet Ben and Kwan. And at that time we would have been 18 or 17 or something like that. And it was just so cool to be where we belonged, essentially backstage.
Wow.
On stage, we actually chatted to him on stage, and Ben showed us all these bass effects, and I was just like blown away. Yeah, so that's.
Alrighty, let's get into some things about your teaching here. Your favourite aspect about teaching singing for Vox Singing Academy?
Okay, well, it would definitely have to be when someone's working on a technique and they've had trouble with it, and then it kicks in, it really, and they do it, and they do it well, and that makes me just
Proud.
Well, I don't know about proud, it just makes me really happy. I usually go, hey, or something like that. I just, get really excited.
So helping people achieve their vocal goals, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a big thing for me as well too. And that's one of my big aspects of teaching as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Rients, your strongest point as a singing teacher.
Okay, so I think the strongest point as a singing teacher would have to be diagnosing the problem. So working out exactly what they need. I'm good at finding out, straight away, and then fixing that problem. But doing that with tactfulness and honesty at the same time. So I tend to make people very comfortable, and yet tell them what they need to hear.
Yeah. I think honesty is a big point as well too. I know that personally myself, I've been pulled up for being too honest in classes, but I think that peeing down someone's back and telling them it's raining is not always the best tact, but you need to tell them, what we need to improve nicely.
Yeah, that's what they're paying for. That's what they're there for. And
yeah. We also want to tell them when they're doing things well, but we also don't want to let it slip through to the keeper as well. We want to make sure that we're saying, okay, look, we need to work on this aspect. And
it's important to deliver it smoothly with love.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. This is, maybe we've already covered this question, the most rewarding aspect about teaching singing.
Look, I really get a buzz when the actual student says that they're improving. They notice the improvement. They actually say that, and that makes me feel really good.
Yeah. That's one of my points as well too. Not so much getting multi-million-dollar record contracts, but just seeing the improvements week by week.
Yeah.
I think is really rewarding. It's the reason why I do it as well too. And also most of the students that we have at Vox Singing Academy, they're great to teach. They're there to learn and go to the next level. So most of them aren't there just to stuff around. So it's kind of nearly easy to teach sometimes because they're willing to work.
Yep.
So, all right, just something a little bit more relaxed now. Rients, your favourite food or meal?
Tacos, which is funny because Ryan said nachos, and
Mexican.
Yeah, tacos has always been my fave. Yeah. Messy and crunchy and.
Yeah. What sort of tacos, Rients?
Hard shell.
Hard shell, but what about fulfilling?
Probably pulled pork.
Pulled pork?
Yeah.
Very good. I like Mexican as well too, and I'm gonna put this one out there. I lived in the States for quite a while, and I've been in Mexico numerous times, and the Mexican in Australia I'm gonna come out and say this, is awful.
Controversial.
And I've been to lots of Mexican restaurants. Is not awful. Is average compared to what your traditional Mexican is in Mexico.
I better not go there. I'm gonna get too fat. Yeah, way too fat.
You don't, because it's a bit like we have Western Mexican over here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate that, and I started with Asian food as well too. But when you're over in China, you have it's done in thirds. You have a third vegetables, third rice, and a third meat, and it's the same in Mexico as well too. It's the same thing. They don't have these massive big enchiladas and things like that. So, and they always will have salad as well too on the side. But look, if anyone can recommend the best Mexican in Australia, I'm willing to travel wherever it is. But I think it's just the lack of Mexicans in Australia that is the problem. That's my diagnosis.
Makes sense.
Let's move on.